I'm Chris Lawrence in Dallas with your headlines from North Texas. Authorities have launched a statewide manhunt for an ex-Marine reservist. He's wanted in connection to an ambush in Alvarado. Officials issued a blue alert for Benjamin Song, who's from the Dallas area, and Governor Abbott says the state is now offering a $10,000 reward. So far, police have arrested 11 suspects from the attack on the 4th of July. A group of men wearing black military-style clothing started shooting fireworks at the Prairie Land Detention Center, spray painting graffiti on vehicles in a guard building and generating a response from Alvarado police. As soon as one officer got out of his car, he was shot in the neck by a sniper hiding in the woods nearby. The assailants fired 20 to 30 rounds at unarmed correctional officers, according to the FBI. That wounded officer will survive and is doing okay. Song is accused of buying some of the weapons used in that attack. Cell phone records pinged his phone near the detention center hours after the ambush. A teenager will go on trial next year for stabbing another student at a track meet in Frisco. Carmelo Anthony was indicted on a murder charge last month for the death of Austin Metcalf. Anthony's attorney claims he acted in self-defense, but prosecutors and Metcalf's family say a jury needs to see all the evidence at trial. Now we know it'll start June 1st of next year. And we continue to share stories of survival from the catastrophic floods in Central Texas. Tiffany Liu spoke to a couple who were forced to use their mattress as a lifeline.
5 days after the deadly floods in Kerr County, a couple who survived it.
Scared. I'm scared, but I need to see it with my own eyes. If I don't, I'll speculate.
Are wondering about their home right by the Ingram Dam. For the first time, Doug Fuller and his wife, Libby Evans Fuller, are seeing what's left. There are no words. It was around 4 in the morning, July 4th. Her husband woke her up. Libby put on clothes, and in that short time,
the water's coming in under the door at this point.
The couple says they saw 5 feet of water in less than 5 minutes.
We were on the mattress of the bed, floating, this far from the ceiling.
I had the ceiling fan in my stomach.
Doug first swam toward the door, hanging onto the frame.
The refrigerator was floating in the living room. There was furniture everywhere. The water was up to here.
Libby made it to the door too, but the violent waves kept coming.
The door slammed on my hand, luckily just bursting a blood vessel, but he had already flown off and grabbed the pillar.
No one else could have saved them.
I knew I was about to go, and he caught me. Grabbed my hand in my pants and grabbed me to the pillar, and we just held on for a couple more hours.
Yeah, a couple hours, and
until the water actually subsided all by itself and we could touch the ground again.
This pillar saved your life.
Yes, it did.
Doug and Libby are still in shock they survived as they think about all the lives lost, especially the little ones at Camp Mystic, just a few miles away.
I can't even imagine what those girls are going through or what they went through.
The families too. If you had asked me to trade places, I'd do it in a heartbeat with those kids. Why us and not them?
As they see their unrecognizable apartment and all their damaged things,
They found his wedding ring.
they found hers too.
Having things that already have memories attached to them, I didn't have anything.
Libby and Doug are filled with wonder. They know to be alive is to be grateful. In Ingram, I'm Tiffany Liu.
In addition to all the missing people, volunteers are still recovering the bodies of deceased pets as well. But a plane landed in Fort Worth Thursday carrying some of the smallest survivors. Sean Giggy shows us the effort underway to find them a new home.
Outside a small terminal at Fort Worth's Meacham Airport this morning, a plane arrived carrying survivors from the Hill Country's catastrophic floods. While countless help has poured in for the people affected.
Yeah, you'll get them coming off here in just a second.
Fewer resources are available for their best friends.
If we hadn't flown today, they would have killed most of the pets on the flight.
It never got that far because Rick Browdy and his team got there first. Rick is CEO and co-president of an organization called Wings of Rescue, which helps evacuate pets from disaster zones.
I'm 71 years old, and I live for this. This is what keeps me going.
These cats and dogs were in Central Texas shelters waiting to be adopted when the floodwaters reached their doorstep. Many of those shelters were already at capacity.
They had to make room for the incoming pets displaced by people who lost their homes.
To make room, these shelter pets needed to be put down or lifted up. This morning, 117 animals boarded a flight for Fort Worth.
You try and do as much as you can, but no one person can save the world by themselves.
But an army can.
We're going to take them anyway.
After landing, dozens of volunteers helped transport these pets to local shelters.
We are in a position to be able to respond.
The hope is to find these pets a loving family as soon as this weekend.
It makes my heart incredibly happy.
And it's why these angels have certainly earned their wings.
Thank you, guys.
In Fort Worth, I'm Sean Giggy.
Everyone doing what they can. Truck Yard and Second Rodeo Brewing plan to donate all of Wednesday's profits to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. Truck Yard has several locations in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the Colony, and diners told us they're more than happy to support their fellow Texans. And a company in Dallas is offering a different way to help. Bolzerk is selling these new T-shirts with 100% of the proceeds going to the Tegna, Texas Flood Relief Fund. Even if you don't live in North Texas, you can still order the shirts online. There are so many ways to help. I'm sure you will find one that feels right to you. And those are your headlines from North Texas.